Get up, pack it in, let us begin. Coming to you live today from the beautiful Bill Austin Radio Studio, downtown Phoenix, Arizona. We are live. It's the Northeast Corridor. AJ Gonzalez here alongside Preston Rabb. Preston, how are you today on this terrific Tuesday? You're coming in, you sound like you just went through the mountain rush here, so glad to have you in. We got a quick show tonight, but Preston, how are you, man?
I'm out of breath, but I'm doing well. Sometimes the journalism classes make you lose track of time.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
We got another scholar pulling up. The journalism classes make you lose track of time. You'll be editing videos for hours. You don't even realize it. Glad to get here on time.
Sweet.
So
let's get right into it, okay?
Right into it.
Let's do something a little different this week. Let's start out with an opening take. I think we should just do that. I think there's a lot to talk about at this point. You can go in a lot of different ways. I want to start out with my football team. That's really where I really want to start out. I'm hearing a concerning report on this Tuesday evening here tonight in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm hearing that the New England Patriots have strong interest and strong consideration, and they think there's a lot of folks at One Patriot Place who think very highly of linebacker Jalon Walker from the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're ready to take him at pick 4. Don't do it. Don't do it. That would be crazy at pick number 4 to take a player like Jalon Walker, who is projected to be in the teens. That would be ridiculous at pick 4. That would be the root of my despise for the New England Patriots. He may be a very good player, absolutely. Would I want him? Sure. Not at pick 4. At pick 4, I want generational talent. Is Jalon Walker anywhere close to generational talent, folks? I don't think so. I really don't. So, in my opinion, you have to stay at 4 for now. You have to see how the first 3 go. There's many different ways it can. The draft starts for me with Cleveland at 2. Do they take quarterback, or do they go wide receiver or edge rusher? I'm talking about Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. That's one of 3 selections for Cleveland. It sounds to me like they're taking Travis Hunter at 2, and they're going to roll with that. But we will see how it goes. All I'm saying is, Patriots, don't do it. Don't fall into the trap. Don't take Jalon Walker at 4. That would be ridiculous, in my opinion. If the Patriots do that, I will be so angry on draft night if they go out there at 4 and they take Jalon Walker. I think that would just be utterly ridiculous. So that's my beef to start out the show. No Jalon Walker at 4. Trade down, I'm in. At 4, no chance.
Well, I really don't have much beef right now with the Giants. All we got to do is maybe draft, Travis Hunter. And other than that, I'm really...
How do you think it's going to go? You think you're going to take Hunter?
I think we'll get Hunter. You got 2 QBs right now that are good one-year deals, Wilson and Winston.
Well, I mean, they're not good quarterbacks, per se.
I'm not saying they're good quarterbacks. Well, they used to... Well,
yeah.
Russell Wilson used to be good.
They had their day.
They had their days. But, no, I think that the Giants should go with... Get Hunter, play off a year, see what we do, and get something next draft.
Yeah, that's what I think you're going to do, and it's angering me already, because I think what's going to happen...
It's a great thing to happen. I'm glad we signed a QB, because I was afraid that we were going to draft either Jackson Dart. Everyone's like, wrong team. I'm getting to that in a second. Giants draft Jackson Dart, and there's Giants fans out there saying, we should get Jackson Dart. You and I know a Giants fan who's very delusional.
Yeah, I like Jackson Dart, and the more I watch the tape, I think Jackson Dart is going to be a good quarterback. I just don't know if it makes sense for you guys to take him. I don't think you're the team.
There's just a certain someone we know who's a very big Jackson Dart fan.
Yeah, and the more I watch the tape, the more I think he's right about Jackson Dart.
No, I think he is, but I don't think he works well with the Giants.
I don't know. I think what you guys need to do is take Travis Hunter. I'm hoping you fall in love with Shedeur somehow and you take him.
I think Cleveland and Tennessee are going to get quarterback. I think Shedeur and
that's what I'm hoping.
Ward are going to be up.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm afraid if say Tennessee's like, let's get Shedeur. He goes number 1.
Well, Tennessee's going to take Cam Ward.
And then, Tennessee... We'll say Tennessee doesn't take Cam Ward.
They won't. They already canceled their meetings with Shedeur and Travis Hunter.
Oh.
I think it's a done deal with Cam Ward.
Ward's number 1.
Draft starts at 2.
So the problem is if Cleveland doesn't take Shedeur, I'm afraid the Giants are going to take him. And that... in a way...
I'm hoping you do, because I get a generational player at 4. Yeah. That's my goal.
Hunter and Neighbors on the same core.
Yeah, and it makes your corner... Well, the thing with Hunter is he's a stronger corner. He profiles, at least, as a stronger corner than a wide receiver. So I would love to see him as a corner.
Honestly, I can see him playing both.
Yeah, me too. I'm just saying
the first two-way player in a while. Or someone's been two-way player before.
He can help both your units. Yeah. It's crazy. So,
I think he's like the Ohtani of nowadays for football. And
well, I think I don't like this comparison with Ohtani.
I'm just saying because he's playing two different.
Yeah, I like that.
He's playing offense and defense.
I'm just saying that people are going to expect him to be this unicorn.
I'm not saying he's going to be this.
Yeah, they're expecting him to be Jerry Rice in the receiver end and then be Deion Sanders at corner. I think that is a mistake. That. Yeah, but I see what you're saying.
He's got that. He has the if you put down the paper profile of what Shohei Ohtani has, and that's something that's going to hopefully I'd love to see change in the NFL. Like the NFL gets more of these two-way players, so I'm excited for that. The Giants, I think, should get Travis Hunter. I think he'll be a great player, and I honestly think that's the best pick for them. And I'm honestly super excited about it if we get him.
I would be too if I were a Giants fan. You pair him with Malik Neighbors. You get me some real pieces on that offensive line, and I think you're in better shape.
Work up the offensive line, fix up a little bit of the run defense.
This is a bridge year for you guys.
Fix up a little bit of the run defense, and then next year, who cares if we win 3 games next year? We somehow say we win 3 games, we get somehow fall number 1, get Arch Manning, or,
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the Mannings, look at Eli, won 2 Super Bowls against the greatest quarterback of all time. And, I mean, hey, I'll take another Manning.
It's a bridge year for you guys, and Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, I guess, it's just going to be a bridge.
It's cheap contracts.
This is Brian Daboll and Joe Shane trying to save their jobs, and they're going to try to do it.
I think, it's still a lot to come back from losing Saquon. I think that Saquon would be in a lot better position. But I think Tyron Tracy's
put a flashy product on the field.
I think Tyron Tracy's a really good upcoming running back. I don't think he's nowhere near Saquon level.
Got to work on the fumbles.
Got to work on the fumbles, but honestly, he's solid for.
As a rookie, he was solid.
I'd rather have him over Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary kind of stinks. So
well, there you go from Saquon to Singletary, and then you get this other guy. I mean, Tyron Tracy's. I'll take him over Singletary any day.
Yeah, that was really bad. Yeah, that was a really bad trade-off for the New York Giants. But I know, Preston, you're a big baseball guy. Well, let's dive into the Yankees because I have a lot of subject matter that after today's games against Detroit. So they've lost 2 in a row to Detroit. 3 in a row.
Well, because we lost to Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's right. So you've lost 3 in a row, 2 in a row to the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
Really, not the greatest teams of all time. Yankees in a bit of a rut here after that hot start.
Yeah, Yankees started off the season, 6-3?
Yeah.
No, 6-2 actually. Started the season on 6-2 after a 10-4 win on Saturday's game against the Pirates. Since then, they have lost 3 out of their last 3 games and only averaging about 3.5 runs.
Are you concerned?
Yes.
Why?
I think Yankees need to buy pitching at the deadline. We have no pitching. The hitting's one thing. Yes, we got shut out today. You get shut out sometimes. It's a 162-game season. The fact is, it's the pitching I'm worried about. Pitching, starting pitching, rotation. I mean, Mark Leiter Jr. should be on a plane to some country that I don't even know.
So this is 2 weeks in a row you've talked about Mark Leiter Jr.
Mark Leiter Jr. and honestly, looking at Rodon, he doesn't look too hot. He looked hot the first game, and then since then he's been like, and then looking at Clay Holmes today, what do you get, 10 strikeouts?
Yeah, Clay Holmes looks really good.
Maybe he kind of bit my tongue on that one with Clay Holmes. But
yeah, he's a good pitcher. Here's my problem with the New York Yankees, Preston. Look, he's a good pitcher.
Clay Holmes is not the great. He has like a what? What's his ERA right now? Like a 4.7.
Clay Holmes is a good pitcher. You could use that guy right now in your rotation.
Shut up.
I'm serious. He 10 Ks today. He's good.
He played the Marlins.
Clay Holmes is a good pitcher.
Clay Holmes is a good pitcher when he's not playing for the Yankees.
Listen, Preston.
He had a 6.8 ERA before we traded for him to the Pirates.
Hold on, Preston.
Clay Holmes is not a good pitcher.
Came in here today about the Yankees. The first thing you said is you need pitching.
Yes.
And the first thing you do to retaliate
I just talk about I
go and defect and deflect with Clay Holmes on the Mets.
I'm going and retaliate. I'm just going off and saying how it's ironic that Clay Holmes drops 10 strikeouts for the Mets but couldn't do anything for the Yankees besides give up 4 walks and 5 earned runs.
You didn't know how to use him. He's a starter. This guy is a starter. David Stearns was right. He is just running circles right now around Brian Cashman. That guy is a starter. He projects much better as a starter.
I'm gonna give it to the trade deadline. He's not gonna be the same guy. There's 10 strikeouts. That's a fluke. It's like watching Domingo Germán throw the perfect game. That was something that I never thought would. Honestly, he was still in the league at the time, which makes me even crazy about it.
Yeah,
he shouldn't even been in the league, and the fact he threw a perfect game is insane.
Yeah, that was his one-day wonder. But here's what the New York you guys need a pitcher, and I think the guy that you should go target especially if
I have a name, but I don't know how controversial his name is.
Well,
so you go first.
Well, it's Dylan Cease for me. I would go after.
I was thinking of someone else.
I would go after Dylan Cease tonight. If you watch the Vegas or the soon-to-be Vegas A's, the Sacramento A's game against the Padres, 9 earned runs tonight for Dylan Cease. He got batted around. Maybe he needs a change of scenery. Maybe.
No.
Who's this big name that you're talking about?
Not a big name. It's just a name that I've been hearing. He wants to come back to the league. You guys know him.
Trevor Bauer.
Not everybody loves him. Trevor Bauer. Yokohama Bay Stars. He's played really well in the Yokohama Bay Stars. I think, he's not pitching Cy Young material like he was in 2020 on the Reds or the Indians, whatever team he was on at the time. Excuse me, Guardians. Let me be correct on that name. But no, I think he deserves another shot in the majors. He's proved to be, at least proved to be innocent through the courts.
So he's 34. That's my only concern. But when he was in baseball, when he was in the major leagues, he has a rubber arm, which I very much appreciate with my pitchers. I think he should get another opportunity. I think he should. I think
if the court said he's innocent, he's innocent.
I really do agree with that.
I'm not going to get into the whole thing. If you guys know what he did,
can he pitch for you? Yes or no? And I think the answer is yes.
I think he would be. I think the morale from him would be great. I think that's what the team needs.
Don't shoot the lights out on it. He's not going to win you a Cy Young.
I don't care about a Cy Young. I just need some quality.
He's not the best pitcher in baseball.
I never said that.
You need a guy.
I'll take Trevor Bauer
who can get quality starts, be a fifth starter. That's all I'm talking about with Trevor Bauer. We are not talking about ace. We're not talking
Trevor
about
Bauer's
Cy Young.
on the Yankees rotation. Trevor Bauer's like the second starter right now.
He would not be the second
Max
starter.
Fried.
Right now.
What is he over? He's not better than Rodon.
Max Fried?
No. Brett Bauer's better than Rodon.
No, he's not. How can he be better than Rodon when he hasn't pitched in Major League Baseball since 2020? How can that be possible?
You still have the feels of how to pitch in the majors.
I understand that. But he hasn't pitched. The last time Joe Biden was walking into the White House. I mean, really.
Wow, that was actually a long time
It's
ago.
a long time ago. He's getting batted around in the Mexican League and whatever league he's in now.
He's in the Korean
League?
No, he's in he was in Yokohama, and now he's on the Diablos.
Okay.
The Diablos of Mexico.
And he's getting batted around there. So I don't know what this evaluation is.
I think
he is a good starter.
You said Dylan Cease needs to change. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but
he does. I think he does. After watching what I saw tonight, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, getting batted around by the A's is something else. But I think
the A's are good. Don't sleep on the A's.
They're not bad. No. Tyler Strodesome.
Soderstrom's hitting bombs. Brent Rooker's still a good
bombs
player.
Away for Brent Rooker.
Lawrence Butler's a fun baseball player.
You know who I'm kind of upset about that got screwed over by the A's? Estuary Ruiz. He's in L.A. He's in L.A. now. He's on the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's a good landing spot.
That's a great landing spot. Dude, the A's screwed him over. I think he was a great player for the A's. He stole 87 bases in a season.
He stole 87 bases in a season?
Yes. Look it up, dude. He was just basically a pinch runner. He just stole 87 bases in 2023, I think it was.
Really?
I'm looking up right now. Look it up.
What's his name? I'm blanking out his name.
Estuary Ruiz.
Estuary Ruiz stole 87 bases? What world am I living in? Estuary Ruiz? If he stole 87 bases in a season, I will eat my hat on it.
Yeah, in 2023 he stole 60 bases. Hold on.
Oh, is this the minor leagues? I think.
No. He swiped 67. Yeah, AL rookie record. Estuary Ruiz 67 bases. I'm trying to see the full season. I think it was 80 something.
If he stole 80-something bases, I will eat my hat on Blaze Radio.
You really have to eat your hat. Plenty of things.
I'm ready to eat this hat right now. This Callaway hat that my audience at home can see right here. I will eat this hat right now. Right now. If Estuary Ruiz.
Hold on, I'm looking up. I know it was over. I know it was. Oh, okay. No, I was wrong. It was 67, but still.
That's still impressive.
That's still impressive for a rookie. I thought it was 84 for some reason.
If it was
I thought it was 87. That's why I got.
87. It's Ricky Henderson out there, but
Ricky Henderson stole 130, 120 one year.
No, let's not compare anyone to Ricky. I mean, Ricky's
still incredible. Still 67.
I can't believe he passed, man.
Yeah, that's tough. What do you have? Pneumonia?
He had
cancer or something.
Yeah, he had something like that. Ricky was just fantastic.
A lot of baseball players, actually. 2 of them passed away today,
too. Baseball players passed away today?
Yeah, 2 of them from the Dominican Republic. If something happened, I don't know.
Okay.
Let me pull up the MLB. The Wi-Fi in this place is absolutely horrendous. But
I want to talk.
Yeah, Octavio Dottle and Tony Blanco Both
rest
passed
in
away
peace
today.
for those guys. That's terrible. That's
They
absolutely
died
awful.
in the city. They died in Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, but there's no cause. But like people are saying on the comment section, something happened down there. That's why 2 of them have passed away.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, rest in peace to those guys.
You know what I want to do, Preston?
What?
I want to go around the Northeast corridor, checking on the teams in Major League Baseball. Why don't we
In
do
the
that?
East Coast,
Yeah,
or
let's
just
do
all
it.
over the country?
The Northeast corridor. I mean,
Okay,
this is the Northeast
let me
corridor.
let me pull up the teams on the East Coast. We'll do what we're going down to.
Sure.
We go down to Washington, and then as west as I would say Pittsburgh.
Sure, let's do
Okay,
it. Let's
hold
start
on
out with the
one
Red Sox. Why don't we do that? I got a lot to say on them. I'm disappointed in Rafael Devers.
Hey, Devers got his first home run.
He did get his first home run, but I'm just disappointed that he came out that flat. That's really what I'm disappointed about. I thought the thing with Alex Bregman would light a fire under him. I'm disappointed that it really just did not light a fire with him.
Figured out. Roof collapsed at a club. Both of them died in it. That's why.
Oh, that's terrible. But as I was saying...
Thank you, Dad, for that info.
Yeah, good stuff. As I was saying with the Red Sox, I mean, I'm disappointed in how Rafael Devers... How he just came into spring overweight, out of shape.
He's still overweight. You don't lose that much
He's
weight.
still
in 2
overweight.
weeks.
He somehow looks 40 pounds heavier than he did last year.
Last week.
I'm disappointed in him. But overall, I'm excited still for this Red Sox team. The Red Sox documentary just dropped today from last year. I kind of want to watch that. But overall, Red Sox, I'm still in a good spot. They'll be an AL East contender, for sure.
I'll go over to the Yankees real quick. Pitching needs a lot of work. Pitching needs work, and the hitting, honestly, I can do with. Anthony Volpe's hitting well. He's batting 300, 290 right now. Batting great right now I think it went down mid.
I don't think he's great.
Hey, he's batting better than he did ever.
Let's settle down. He's no Ellie De La Cruz or anything like that, but he's batting 250 on the year.
250?
250 on the year. He's got 4 homers. He's got 12 RBIs. So,
How many hits does he have? How many hits does he have?
Hits. He has 11 hits.
That is really good for Volpe. He's 2 weeks into the season, 11 hits. I will take it for Volpe.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid little player, but I mean, he's...
Okay, but Yankees, I think Volpe's getting a little bit hotter. Hitting looks fine. I'm not really upset about it. Yeah, today, no runs. Yesterday, only 2. I mean, some days you're just not going to score a ton of runs. Pitching is what I'm worried about, and that's all. But moving on to the crosstown rival.
Sure.
The Mets. Metropolitans. Hitting looks good. Team looks good. They look good. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for that Subway Series. Soto coming back to the Bronx because it was in Queens last year.
Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso has been the story with this Mets.
Pete Alonso is the reason why he's still on the. Pete Alonso is the reason why the Mets went to the NLCS. Peter Alonso. I just been playing with headphones. Oops. Pete Alonso's the whole reason the Mets are something, and honestly, he's kind of helped the Mets going from basically probably being called the worst team in the NL East to probably one of the best because if he didn't hit that home run last year after Devin Williams, he would be on a different team right now.
Pete Alonso is one of the best stories in all of baseball this year thus far. He has been absolutely terrorizing the baseball. He's the guy who got the biggest plus from Soto. Lindor's really starting to heat up. And Soto, give him time, he'll start to hit the home runs. I see it in the swing. He looks good. Just going to take him a little bit of time. It's really cool. He hits better in warm weather from what I can tell. So we'll see about Soto. I have confidence in him. He has a big chip on his shoulder trying to be the best player in New York. So we'll see about him and Juan Soto. So,
well, I don't think he's going to take the best player from New York.
He's trying to be.
I'm not saying he is.
But
he'll never will. Judge will still until the day Judge retires.
Why not? Why not?
Because Judge is going to. The way Judge is hitting now at 3, he's hitting better than he did when he was a rookie.
Aaron Judge is 33 years old already?
Yes.
Really?
Dude, look how he's hitting at 33 years old.
He's 32, but yeah.
Okay, but he's 33 in July. Or whenever. I think his birthday's in July.
Yeah, he's hitting
May.
great.
He's hitting phenomenal.
Props. I mean, Tarek Skubal, ate that kid up, but,
No, I know.
No, why not? Why not for Juan Soto?
I think by the time Judge starts to retire in maybe like 7 or 8 years, I think Soto will probably have the best title in New York.
Why not? Why not for Juan Soto? He's already a World Series champ.
Okay, he was a World Series champ. That was 6-7 years ago.
Okay, and he was a catalyst for the team.
And he was. No, he was.
What you want to go see where Aaron Judge is in the World Series play? You want to go talk about last year?
Over one.
He could have used a torpedo glove last year in center field. He doesn't use the torpedo bat. If he had a torpedo glove, though, maybe you guys would have won that game, then won the World Series.
I think torpedo bats would have won us the World Series. Actually, our runs didn't even matter. We scored the Dodgers. We just a lot of mistakes.
Preston, before we continue with our Northeast Corridor rundown, You know what's funny about that World Series that I missed? Really, I remembered that in the moment.
Me sitting there depressed watching the Yankees lose?
No.
And having Jack Brooks film a phone in my face?
No, that was a sidebar story. I was watching.
What's the overarching story?
The overarching story is, as a Red Sox fan, the karma out of that final out. Okay?
Oh, because it was
Alex Verdugo
the Doogie.
at the plate.
And Verdugie's on a what? Minor league
that
contact?
That was perfect.
He's in Gwinnett, right? He's in Gwinnett right now.
He's in Atlanta. He's
a AAA. He's in Gwinnett.
He's with the Braves, yeah. Well, that was so funny. And Bueller, the new Red Sox pitcher, striking out Alex Verdugo. That was sweet.
Honestly, there was a lot of mistakes at the Yankees World Series that could have been fixed. Start off with Nestor Cortez giving up the Grand Slam. Game 1 probably could have gone to the Yankees right there. Look at the Judge catch. That would have changed something. That would have been 2 wins right there the Yankees would have had. They would have had 3 wins. They'd have been going into Game 6 up 3-2.
And the Dodgers would have won.
Doesn't matter. Even
if I were to say that you guys would have won those games, the Dodgers still would have beaten you. They would have beaten you every which way.
Here's the thing.
Otani's better than Judge. How does that feel?
Judge is still a better hitter than Otani.
No, he's not. Nope.
Yes, he is. That's another topic
I disagree
because we don't have all the time. Let's run through the rest of these Northeast teams.
Go.
Toronto.
I'll do the Judge Otani debate if you really want to.
We'll do that next week.
Okay, fine.
It's only got 4 minutes.
Go ahead.
Let's get to the last 5 teams that people like.
Go ahead, Brian.
Toronto playing better than I expected. They're winning. They're leading the AL East right now. Early in April, but 8-5, leading the AL East.
They were one of my big sleepers. People were sleeping on that pitching rotation. My big questions for them this year were: would Vlad Guerrero Jr. get extended? He did. He got 14 years and $500 million. No deferrals, which is a bonus for him. And the second thing is Bo Bichette in a contract year actually going to play up to Bo Bichette standards? Thus far, he has been much better to start this year. Swing is back, clean, looks very good for the Toronto Blue Jays. So lots to like that.
Yeah, talk about it. Go over to the Phillies. Phillies played great against the Dodgers. Won 2 of 3 out of the series against the Dodgers. Looks good. Phillies look dangerous in the NL East. We'll go down back to the Orioles. You're not going
to let me react to the Phillies?
Phillies. I mean, we got like 3 minutes. What do you want to say about the Phillies?
I was going to say maybe my Bryce Harper MVP prediction's wrong. Trey Turner has to pick it up for this Philadelphia Phillies team to go anywhere. Go ahead.
All right, move on to the Orioles. Just lost again to the Diamondbacks. They are now 5-7, and they are sitting last in the AL East right now.
All the Orioles fans clowned me this year for saying the Orioles needed to get off to a hot start. And
they are not. At 12 games in, and they are 2 games under 500.
Not a good start.
Let's move over to a team that surprised me this week, the Nationals. 2 out of 3 of the Dodgers so far. The best team possibly in the league right now. No doubt about it. And the young core, Dylan Cruz, C.J. Abrams, the team's playing great. And they look great, and I'm excited to see what the Nats have in store.
Great young core.
They need to bring back those cherry blossom uniforms.
You know who's a stud is James Wood. That guy is going to be a freak in Major League Baseball.
We'll finish it up here. I guess we got 2 more teams out here before I consider it not to be the East Coast anymore. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates. They look good, kind of meh. Team's gonna probably finish last in the NL West, but they are 4-8. They did a good game with the Yankees, but. They got pitching. Central, they don't got hitting.
Yeah, so it'll be curious to see what they do in the NL Central.
NL Central's going to the Cubs.
I totally agree. I just think for Pittsburgh, can Paul Skeens maybe sneak into a wild card spot if there's some injury turmoil with teams like the Braves or the Nationals fall apart? We'll see what happens there in the end.
Before you worry about if they're going to sneak into a wild card, let's get in front of Cincinnati and St. Louis and Milwaukee first. Because none of those teams, there's not 2 teams making the playoffs.
So it's Cincinnati. Hold on, you want to do Cincinnati, St. Louis, and Milwaukee?
You got to. If Pittsburgh wants to get,
you take a team. You take it to.
No. I'm just saying for Pittsburgh to get to the wild card spot.
Yeah.
There's no 2 teams will make that. If the second team in that division is going to be a wild card team, and they're going to be one of them.
I know. I'm just saying it would be a great story for them to do it. I'm not saying
I think Milwaukee's better than Pittsburgh. And I think St. Louis is better.
Yeah, I totally do too. I'm just saying if Skeens can lift his team up, that would be. You
can't rely on one pitcher when you have no hitting. That's the problem. I think
O'Neal Cruz can hit. I think they can get.
You have O'Neal Cruz and Brian Reynolds and Brian Hayes.
Yeah, I know, Preston. I know.
3 pillars.
I get it. I'm just saying Paul Skeens can do something.
No, I think Paul Skeens can do some things, but I don't think he's going to carry the entire Pittsburgh franchise to a playoff game. That's going to be something.
That would be insane. I'm the storyline I'm watching.
And then the last team here on the East Coast, we'll consider it being East Coast because it's right under Toronto. Cleveland Guardians, 4-6, 2 games under 500, and they won today, 1-0, with a walk over the White Sox.
Yeah, I have been down on this Cleveland team since the very beginning. The talent is not there this year for this Cleveland Guardians team. Yes, Jose Ramirez is still the best third baseman in baseball, but there's just not enough talent outside of Jose Ramirez for this team to be anywhere near a contender.
Yeah, some other teams though around the majors that have kind of been surprising recently. Detroit playing great, 7-4, leading the AL Central. Another team that's catching people's eyes, the Angels, leading the AL West right now, are actually tied with the AL West right now, the Rangers. Another team that's kind of giving people some eyes are the Giants. They're
Giants
that young
have been
core.
hot. Yeah.
Logan Webb's been playing great, and I guess one more team you could say that's not being as bad as everyone thought, the Marlins. Marlins are playing decent. They're not the greatest team in the league. They're not I don't think they're the worst team in the league. I think they're pretty decent.
I think they're a candidate to be the worst team in the league this year.
They're 5-6, and they're sitting right now in third in the NL Central.
I watched them play today. They're
not the greatest of teams, but I don't think they're going to be the worst team.
What I'm watching for is the Freddie Freeman ankle injury, slipping in the shower. Ankle injury has been an issue for him. I thought he was going to have a big year coming off that World Series MVP. He was going to continue the hot streak, but he's got to have a healthy ankle to do so. So watch for that this week and for the future.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week. That will be April. Oh my Lord, 15th.
Yeah, we're winding down, man. We got
winding down.
We got three
more episodes. We'll try to get someone else on here to join us. We're trying to get some people, but
yeah, the 9 o'clock time's
9 o'clock time's hard, and also our friend Seabass going to come again, but he was at the Orioles game watching them lose.
So
but
maybe he'll come by next week.
We'll see. All right, you guys all have a good week. We'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.